In last class we have seen the what is lumped element and what is distributed element. In the case of lumped element, the wavelength is very longer than the size of element, and in the case of distributed element you saw the length of the your element is comparable with wavelength. So in the case of transmission line, the elements are distributed along the length of it. Okay, so look, now today we will study the primary constant of the transmission line. Look, these conductors. From this conductor I can say, after looking this geometry, the cross sectional area is same, so I can say it's a balanced transmission line, as well as it is the example of uniform transmission line. What was the function of transmission line? To guide the energy from source to load, and this condition must be satisfied, otherwise your guiding structure will become a radiating structure. So it has some cross sectional area, it has some length, means there will be some resistance also. So whenever the current flow through the conductor, then we say there is ohmic drop. Ohmic drop means it indicates that there is the existence of resistance. Whenever the current passes through the resistance, we say I square R loss, and this is nothing but power loss, means energy in this case is dissipated in the form of heat. Means I can say the resistance is nothing but it's a lossy element. Lossy element means the strength of the signal will reduce. Let's see this example. Whenever the pulse is this pulse is propagating in the medium, and there is some ohmic drop. Because of ohmic drop, the amplitude of this pulse is reduced. Means reduction in amplitude is nothing but it's a attenuation. So in this way we can say your resistance is lossy element. Okay, so in the transmission line, resistance is distributed along its length. And what is resistance? What is the how can we say this resistance? This resistance is nothing but it's a total series resistance of the transmission line per unit length. This resistance is generated in the series form. Remember it. Okay, so next thing is, whenever the current passes through the conductor, or current carrying conductor, there is magnetic field. So remember that there are two sources of magnetic field, one is magnet and another one is current carrying conductor. So according to Ampere's law, if we wrap our finger, and this thumb is nothing but it is the direction of current, if we wrap our fingers, then we will see the magnetic field around the conductor. Okay, so if there is and what is flux? Flux is nothing but number of magnetic lines is known as magnetic flux. If somebody say what is electric flux, the number of electric lines is known as electric flux. So means flux, there is magnetic field is related with flux. Where there is flux, there will be inductance. Means whenever the current flow through the conductor, there will be magnetic field, flux and inductance. This inductance is also generated in the series form. So how can we define L here? The total series inductance of the transmission line per unit length. Per unit length means definitely this element is distributed along the structure. Okay, so next thing is capacitance. Look at here, and let's see this capacitor. Capacitor contains one plate, another second plate, and the field starts from positive and terminated at negative, and the angle the angle between electric field and conductor surface must be 90 degree, because we say the tangential component must be 0, there will be only normal component. There are two conductors, between these two conductors there is separation, there is electric field, and these two conductors are connected with some excitation. Are you getting the same kind of situation here? Yes, there is one conductor, there is another conductor, in between there is dielectric. Yes, there is dielectric material, or dielectric material may be free space also. Is it connected with excitation? Yes, these two conductors are connected with excitation. The field starts from positive and terminated at negative. Yes, field starts from positive and terminated at negative. So you are getting the same kind of situation in the transmission line. Means the capacitance is generated between these two conductors. Okay, so capacitance always this capacitance is generated because of these two conductor and electric field. So that this capacitance will be always in the shunt form or parallel form. So this element is the unit of this element, the unit of this capacitance will be also given farad per meter per unit length, capacitance per unit length. It means that this element is also distributed along the length of the transmission line. One more thing I have written here: the physical structure of the line affects the primary constant of the transmission line. Okay, if you change the spacing between these two conductors, definitely capacitance will change. Okay, so I can say if we change the physical geometry of the transmission line, then these parameters will change. Okay, so next thing is what is conductance. So let's see another thing, the same capacitor. This is conductor, and this is also conductor, this is also conductor, and this one is also conductor. Okay, so between these two conductor there is dielectric material. Okay, we always say the conduction current is present in the conductor. Conduction current is present in the conductor. A current which flows through the dielectric, is known as displacement current. Okay, let's take one experimental thing. Okay, you have a compass, and this is your conductor. Whenever this conductor is carrying current, then there will be magnetic field. Put your compass here, you will see the fluctuation in your compass. Okay, put your compass here, again you will see the fluctuation. Okay, in between these two plates there is dielectric material. Dielectric material is not a conductor, it's a different thing. Okay, if you put your compass here, then again you will see the fluctuation. It means that a current is flowing through the dielectric. A current which is flowing through the dielectric is known as displacement current. Are you getting same kind of condition here? Yes. Okay, this is one conductor, this is one conductor, this is another conductor, this is another conductor. Okay, both conductors are connected with excitation. Yes, both are connected with excitation. Okay, the current flowing in this direction means the current which is flowing in this direction is nothing but it's a conduction current. It may be possible there will be some leakage of current from this conductor through dielectric to this conductor. Okay, there is a current which is flowing through the dielectric. Can you say there is another current in the transmission line which is flowing through one conductor to another conductor, and this current is nothing but it's a leakage current, or I should say it should be a displacement current. Okay, means it is possible whenever your dielectric is showing some conductive property. Conductive property means related with conductance. So this conductance will exist in the shunt form. So far we have seen the four primary constant of the transmission line: resistance because of ohmic drop, inductance because of magnetic field, capacitance because of two conductor and dielectric material. There is some leakage current from one conductor to another conductor, because of that conductance come in picture. So these are the four primary constant of the transmission line. In next lecture we will see circuit model of the transmission line, as well as what is lossless transmission line, resonant transmission line. It's very simple. One more thing you have to keep in your mind: your resistance is a lossy element. Okay, so thank you very much. In next lecture we will study some another thing. Okay, thank you very much.